Hi, I'm Brooke Erdman, and I'm here with Revero Health on Success Story Podcast. Welcome again. And today I'm happy to introduce Kimberly K, who's also a coach here on Revero.health, and she's going to share with us her carnivore story. Hi, Kimberly. How are you?
Hello. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming on and taking your time to share with our listeners about what it's been like for you with the carnivore diet. And we'll just start in. So what brought you to the carnivore diet?
I have known for many, many, many years that this was the way of eating my body needed. It was just wrapping my head around actually doing it. And I think I was, for many years, coming from the mindset of I have to give up all these things.
Did you,
Yeah,
did you give up all these things? What did
I
you give
gave up all the things. I knew, well, for me, it's also, I'm a big time carb addict. And so I had done keto for 4 years, and a candy bar took me down one day. And the addict was alive again.
You're alive again. Oh, you were alive with the candy bar.
No, the addict came alive again.
The addict came alive again. So what brought you to keto? Can I start there?
Oh, well, then we have to go back a ways.
Go back.
I think it was probably 1999 or even before that I discovered Atkins. And for many years, I didn't know the difference between Atkins, low carb, keto, this, that, and the other thing. So I think initially I lost weight on Atkins, and then, off and on, back and forth. And discovered a Facebook group of zero carb and read all of the, not just weight loss stuff, but all the health benefits that people were having. And I really wanted to try it. I just never fully jumped in until I did. But I knew for years and years and years that this was the way for me and my body to succeed.
When you were doing keto, since there's such a range of keto diets, were you doing a heavy animal or heavy meat keto, or because sometimes just people are just eating coconut butter.
Sorry about my cat there. That is an animal.
Oh, that's fine.
What was I doing? I was doing meat without any emphasis on fatty meat, lean meat. It was just like whatever. And vegetables for the most part. But I was baking, because keto is so flexible. I mean, it's ridiculously, you don't even have, I think you can do keto without eating meat. It's crazy the way you can, you can eat all this fake food. And so I was baking stuff as long as it was keto, with almond flour and Splenda and all of that. So
you can do processed food, keto. Yeah.
Yeah. And it worked to a point until the day of the candy bar. And then I'm telling you, my addict mind just was like, well, as long as you don't eat flour, you can eat chips and salsa. Like, it was crazy. My mind was crazy. Like, as long as I was gluten-free, it was just a mind game. It was terrible. It was years.
And
years.
There are plenty of keto candy bars, so people could candy bar out with keto.
Oh, there's so much. Yeah, the Quest bars were like my go-to for a while, and even the Quest chips, whatever they are. It's
When you decided, okay, I'm going to let go of all that stuff, what did you do? Did you just eat steak, or what did you do?
Pretty much hamburger meat or steak, and cream in my coffee and cheese.
Doesn't sound bad to me.
right?
Sounds pretty good.
Back in the day when I first tried, I tried it twice before I really stuck with it, which has been now 11 months. Almost, yeah. So I totally lost my train of thought. I apologize.
Well, you were explaining to how you just started to eat meat like hamburger or steak
Oh, right.
instead of
Eggs.
keto. And eggs, yeah.
Eggs as well.
Nice.
I love eggs. Yeah. And so the first time I tried it was for 2 months and I lost 15 pounds. So I'm all about the weight loss because that has always been a very clear way that my body is showing me it's working,
Yeah.
so to speak. That doesn't work for everyone. And I'm not a person who gets upset when the scale goes up because it goes up and down like an EKG. It's and that doesn't bother me.
I think it does that for women, especially.
Yeah. I don't know. I've lost
50
plus pounds and it looks like an EKG going downhill. So when it goes up, I don't freak out. It's not a problem. So that works for me to get feedback. But I know that some people have to put the scale away. No bueno. So then I went to my cousin's wedding. That was August to October 2019. I went to my cousin's wedding, and fast forward to trying again Labor Day 2019.
Wait.
No, that was 2019. Excuse me.
Wait. What happened at the wedding?
Oh, so the wedding, I don't know. I thought I could have a drink.
Oh, okay.
And then I thought I could have like salad or something that, feels sort of like benign, but then it sends you down the hill. Okay. Yeah. And so then there was COVID, and I sat right here at my new desk because I was, not able to go to work anymore. So I set up my little home office and sat here and just ate all the things. And then I got really, really fat, honestly. And Labor Day 2020, I was done. And I knew where I was going. So I knew I had my beloved carnivore diet to rely on. And that's what I did. Nice. I had given it up before. So I knew, given up all the things. And I knew that I needed to be a different person this time. I had to change who I was being. I had to be the person that didn't cheat. I had to be the person that, saw myself as an experiment. And if I varied from the diet, then the experiment wouldn't be true. So I kind of like took a scientific mind and became the kind of person that walks every day and exercises every other day and sticks to it. And I've had great results. And it doesn't say tomorrow, I'll start tomorrow. No more of that.
Yeah, no, you sound good. You actually sound really calm to me.
My biggest fear was the addict, honestly. My biggest fear was 3 months after I started, I had a girls' trip to Arizona. And I thought, oh my God, how am I going to get through that? They want me to drink, and I couldn't drink. Like there was no drinking without eating. There was no getting through that. To me, that's a huge trigger. So I was like, I'm the designated driver, girls. Oh. Let's do this, and then my friends had a hard time with it because they saw me as the wine girl.
But you were the designated driver, so that's a big win for them too.
Oh, but I want you to have fun too. And I found some wine tasting places just for you, and this and this and that. And like, I was like, it was an identity thing.
I totally get it. So did you enjoy that weekend with the girls without drinking? What was that experience like for you?
Yes, I was able to enjoy myself. It's really, really cool actually to be in all the situations where I normally would have wine and not have wine. And
Yeah.
at the end of each one is like, well, that wasn't bad at all.
Nice. That's
Yeah.
a big deal. That's a nice deal. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can still laugh and have a good time and maybe see how absurd they sound because they're
I know. There's always that. I don't want to judge, but no.
hey, hey. But that sounds good. So I know that your weight loss has been on point, what you wanted to be happening. And are there some other non-weight issues that have cleared up, or sometimes people find, less inflammation, that kind of stuff. So just want to touch on that.
Definitely. I think not just the diet, but I've been really working on mindset kind of stuff, emotional stuff at the same time this year.
Yeah.
And so I haven't had really any at all bouts of mood drop. I don't want to say I've battled depression, because to me it feels like, taking away from people who really have battled depression, but a low level of mood issue, whatever you want to call it, low level depression. And I've been awesome. It's been, life has been happening all around me and it's not taking me down. So that's one, to me, a non-scale victory. Nice. For sure.
That's a huge victory, especially during this time right now in the world, this crazy time. Yeah. So that's
I suppose. Yeah, I feel good. And other than my cholesterol, numbers are great. I feel healthy as a horse, more energy. I feel like I can do anything. And I have been. I've been spent most of the month of October traveling and hiking, really difficult, a few very difficult hikes, and feel great, feel amazing. And speaking of that, to be able to travel around and stick to the plan is kind of huge. So I quit the coffee with cream I think after like 5 months, which I knew that there would come a day where the weight loss would slow down and I would cut the cream and, get going again. And that's exactly what happened. So when I go on the road out of, vacation, whatever, then I allow myself coffee with cream. So that's like my big cheat now,
Nice. So
not really a cheat.
No, it's not. It's animal food, but you it sounds like you usually don't eat dairy, but once in a while you have the cream. It's what I'm getting from you.
The cream is an issue. The cheese has never been, for me, a problem.
Uh-huh.
So I don't eat cheese every day, but I haven't given it up either.
Okay. So what are you eating every day?
Oh boy, beef, bone broth, beef. Yeah, that's every day.
Nice. Very good.
Occasionally cheese, occasionally
do you eat organ?
Eggs. Oh, I do eat liver. I love liver. I love grass-fed liver. There is a huge difference for me between the grass-fed and the non-grass-fed. I don't. Ugh. But the grass-fed liver is like meat candy to me.
So you just saute it, or do you make pate?
I do. I kind of like cut it thin and just saute it.
Nice. And you use butter or ghee?
Usually butter.
Mm-hmm.
Butter or nothing. So I can do it with nothing. Same with my steak. Like sometimes I'll throw butter in there, but usually it's just nothing by itself. It's delicious.
Do you eat a few times a day, or what's that like for you?
Well, that is a good question. I really started playing around with fasting in July.
Mm-hmm.
So I cut the cream and I started playing with fasting. And without the cream, because that would break my fast, I really started doing the 1 meal a day thing. But I don't, it's more of a natural thing that happens. I don't like,
You
you
don't
know,
sweat it.
yeah. If I get hungry, which doesn't really happen, I'll just eat something and then I'll have my 1 meal,
Yeah.
but I usually don't get hungry till it's time to eat.
Very good. And how's your sleep?
Oh my gosh, girl. Okay. So confession time. I went to Mexico recently. And I've been practicing, being in social situations, and then I practiced this, and then I practiced, I think I went on a road trip in August and I had wine one night and I bounced right back. So like little things, practicing. Well, I went to Mexico and I ate off plan. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay.
Like
You're traveling.
I was traveling and I was like, I love Mexican food so much. I'm not gonna sweat it. I slept for crap.
Uh-huh.
That's when I really noticed the sleep thing.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. It was waking up early and not being able to go back to sleep, not getting a full night's sleep, not falling asleep. It was all bad.
But now on a regular day, you're not experiencing that.
Right. Normally it's great.
Oh, very
Even
good.
if I don't sleep, 8 hours, I'm still
Yeah,
good to go.
very good. It sounds like it's working great for you. And I just want to ask you, do you have what would you tell? What would be your main piece of advice to someone who's just starting out?
Wow. I feel like it's not giving up. Like I said, I had to get my head around giving up all the stuff. But I like to tell myself that I can still have any of those things anytime. This
Mhm.
is totally my choice. And it's for right now. It's, between you and me, it's for forever. But I tell myself it's just for now. Like
Yeah,
this is a choice I'm making
yeah,
now.
yeah.
And we're gonna see what happens. We're gonna if you don't stay with it, then you can't see what happens. You can't see the end of the story.
Yeah, it's all a practice.
It's a practice, but it's also like you have to get to the end in order to know the end.
And
And if
what's
you
the
keep
end?
going on and off and on and off, then you can't know. The end is whatever it is for you. The end is, can I get rid of diabetes? The end is, can I regulate my mood without medication? Can I lose this weight that I've been wanting to lose my whole life and keep it off? Can I?
Mhm.
Can I? Can I? It's a challenge, it's a personal goal and challenge to see if you can finally do it. And if you have struggled, especially with the addict part, this is it. Because there's like, even coming back from Mexico, it was like right back, no problem.
Very good. That sounds good. Yeah, so make it work for yourself. Mhm.
Yeah, and it takes longer than a few months to get to that point. And some people have said it takes years to make that sort of addict voice go away.
And
So
in the meantime, you're feeling good and feeling strong and energized, and so it's sounds like a good route.
I love it. It's the only route for me, honestly.
Nice, Kimberly. Great. Um, well, thank you. And it sounds like it's working great for you. And thank you for sharing that. Sounds pretty easy, actually. And even though
Well, that makes it so simple. You don't have to think too much either about what you're
it's really
eating
simple.
and that.
I mean, prices have gone up, but they've gone up everywhere. So everything.
Oh
So,
yeah,
mhm,
everything's
yeah.
gone up.
I'm eating more. I'm eating more ground beef than I was because I just eat a lot more steak. But that works too. Yeah.
Yes, it does. It
Well,
all
thank
works.
you. Thank you. Thank you, Kimberly. Are you on
Thank
Instagram?
you. Not really. Just say it that way.
But people can find you on Revero.health because you're one of our coaches.
Yes.
That's very cool.
Yes. Let's talk about the addict and mindset and how your emotions are,
Yeah, check out
toying
Kimberly.
with
Let her
you.
help you. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Well, I'm glad you're in the Carniverse with me. So carny on, Kim.
Yes. And I've been there. I was there for a year before I became a coach.
Very
It's
good.
very helpful.
It's a great community. I'm really proud of our community.
Yes, it is.
Thanks, Kimberly.
Thank you.
Carny on.
Join Revero.health for a 30-day free trial to get access to live Q&A with VIP guests, social community meetings, member discounts, low-carb healthcare providers list, forum, workouts, monthly challenges, early access to podcasts, recipes, carnivore diet guide, fasting guide, shred guide, and much more.